I earned a nickname from the black seniors last year for injuring Evan. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember the first day. I just said, Evan, what's wrong? I said, I injured my shoulder. I was like, why? And he said, you see that kid? He hits like an ox. And I was like, are you serious?
Like, we were doing the tackling drills where one of you has the ball and the other one tackles you.
Just simple,
just a simple one, like run straight at each other, try to get past him. And he had the ball and I was tackling him, and he kind of just tried to like truck me, and he did. I fell to the ground, but then I was breathing and I was like, okay, it's fine, I'll be okay. And everybody was like, oh, good hit. And then everybody went through their rotations, and then I had the ball this time, and he was running at me. I was like, I'm gonna get him back for what happened. And I ran straight at him, and I was full speed, and I hit him, and he just dropped to the ground and was like grabbing his shoulder, rolling around, yelling.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, I just
But
messed up.
In all fairness, he had shoulder issues.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought I did that. I was like, oh god, what did I do?
That kid has had 30, 35 surgeries on his shoulder?
Yeah, on his shoulder's messed up.
And the coach is on a knee, just looking at him, trying to check it out, and he's just cussing at him, get off me. And then I'm just standing there awkward, do I stay here? Do I get to the end of the line? I don't know. And then the black people that were also linebackers were like, oh, Bone Crusher. And they just called me Bone Crusher after that.
That's pretty sweet.
I actually saw one at Kroger the other day. And he went up to me. He's like, "What's up, Bone Crusher?" And I haven't seen this guy in months, so I guess they still remember.
Oh my gosh! So you remember we had Umana?
Umana. He listens to this too. Are you about to tell the story that I think you're about to tell?
Yeah, Umana.
Yeah. I love you, Umana.
I remember when you were doing the sleds.
Oh.
And you ran up and hit the sled and you fell back.
For people who don't know what a sled is, it's it's supposed to represent the O-line. It's just five man-shaped pads on a big old metal contraption called a sled, and they have springs on them. So you can push them up, and you can move them around.
You're supposed to drive them back.
Yeah, you're supposed to drive them back, but it can also help with lining up correctly and get your hands in the right place. So for part of it, we had sled drills where all you're supposed to do is you get in a 3-point stance or a 4-point stance, and all you got to do is hit the bag, lift it up, chop your feet for half a second, let it go. All you have to do. Good old Dennis lines up in his perfect stance. Supreme athlete. He slowly fires up into the bag, and he is just launched backwards.
I remember Coach Outing trying not to laugh.
Yeah, it was great for our D-line coach. Just the look on his face was priceless.
You know who could have been a really good athlete who quit? I think Seth could have been a really good football player.
Oh yeah,
Seth was.
Because he was stronger than Mandani.
Yeah,
freshman. I think this kid was benching 255 freshman year.
Yeah.
And he just quit.
Yeah, Seth is a good kid. He's a wrestler right now, so I'm gonna be having a lot of fun with him this fall.
Wrestling.
So yeah, I think he would have been a killer running back.
Oh god.
Yeah, he was fast as fuck.
He would have been a mob.
They had him on. they had him on O-line because he was kind of a chubby chub.
It's because he was strong as fuck too.
Yeah, but he was super strong, so it made up for it. But he kind of got a sour taste from football, as a lot of freshmen and sophomores did from
our coaches.
Yeah, coaches, which sucks. But
yeah, I didn't get that until senior year. Lucky me.
Yeah, lucky for you. You were on D line for most of your experience.
Yeah, and then they moved me to freaking O line. The last week of spring ball, they're like, "Okay, you're gonna be a left tackle." And I said, "Okay, well." Whatever I can do to the team, right? I'm trying to have a positive attitude.
Yeah.
So, no, I kid you not, I was the shittiest left tackle ever. I couldn't even block a JV player because I was so bad with my technique. So, the whole summer I was working to be, the best left tackle I could be. because that's just the person I am. I'm just trying to be the best athlete I could be. So the whole summer I'm training with the other O-linemen, and I'm working to figure out plays. I'm working with pass protection, and then come back to school. First day of school, they're like, okay, you're going to play guard. I have never played guard. I've never played O-line in my life. And that just pissed me off that I spent my whole summer learning a fucking position just for nothing.
At that point, I knew more about guard than he did.
Yeah.
And I played defense for the last 4 years.
It was so stupid. Plus, I'm not even that big for an O-lineman.
No,
he's like a tight end size.
Too bad we don't have tight ends in our offense.
We're supposed to have a tight end next year.
That's what they said last year.
Yeah, that's true.
They say everything every year and nothing ever happens.
Oh, this coach is going to leave. Oh, this coach is going to leave. Oh, no, he's still here.
Yeah.
Turns out the nice coach leaves.
Yeah, the good ones.
The good one. Yeah, usually the good ones, except for one really fat coach freshman year.
Oh my god, I hated that coach.
Oh, he sucks.
Nothing says up downs. So much running.
He almost.
That one was hell. We barely practiced. We just did conditioning most of the time. We did gassers. We did 100-yard sprints till they puked. We did like sled work and so many up downs.
Yeah, and it's really sad because our football team for a solid 15 to 20 years was the best team in the district and one of the best teams in the region. And to see it fall apart just because of crappy coaches who care more about their son or just don't even know what the hell they're saying, to bring down a team that was amazing. And my dad was on this team, so right. I have a lot of emotions towards it. And to look up on a plaque and to see my father's name and to know that the team that I'm on will not receive or could not have gone to that level just on the fact that we had crappy coaches.
Well, it's not just the fact that we have crappy coaches, it's also our school spirit.
Yeah.
We have probably one of the shittiest school spirits
at all.
Yeah.
At all. Like literally when
there's
we were playing,
no school spirit.
We're about to play Dickinson for our homecoming. And all of our football team were really hyped to play.
Oh, yeah.
And we were ready to play. And our whole school was like, y'all are going to lose.
They had no faith.
Every single day, like, if a teacher would just talk about the game and be like, oh, yeah, we're going to go to the homecoming game. Or some student would be like, oh, I can't wait till the homecoming game. 3 or 4 kids would be like, oh, y'all are going to lose.
Yep.
Y'all are going to lose. Nah, y'all suck. Dickinson, like, almost went to state. Come on. Y'all suck. It's like...
And we almost beat, like, honestly, if Amar would have scored that touchdown, I guarantee you we won.
We got hoed by refs that game. They called back a touchdown that would have, like, gave us enough hope to actually, like, possibly won the game.
Yeah.
But they called it back.
In the first 3 minutes of the game, I thought it was going to be a really close game.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It was 14 to 21.
It was a pick, right?
Yeah.
Originally? The first little thing of the game, pick happens.
First play of the game.
Yeah, you're right. Well, besides the kickoff, of course, our first play of the game, our quarterback throws a pick six. Crap. We all get pissed. We get the ball again. We run it down the goddamn sideline. Oh, it was beautiful. Everyone was so hyped. At that moment, I knew this is going to be a good game.
Yeah.
But then we didn't play as well as we should.
Yeah. We lost it. We finally gave in to all those people.
Yeah.
Because when we didn't score a touchdown, we realized, oh yeah, we suck. Let's just not try. We're trash. There's no point.
Yeah.
That's the whole attitude. That's the thing that I hate so much. Is that these people get into our minds, and so when we lose or when somebody scores a touchdown, we just give up and say, oh yeah, we're trash. There's no point.
And I hate it because it's within the team too.
Yeah, it's even players on the sidelines. Look at that.
There's certain kids on the team. They're mostly juniors who are just like, whatever. We're gonna lose again. I'm not gonna go in because we're gonna lose. And it's the most aggravating thing ever. It's like, dude, be positive. The game is not over until the buzzer goes. You gotta play your hardest. And no, it might not be your time to shine right now, but it's going to be. And you have to be supportive to the rest of us.
Yeah.
There's no I in team.
There's an I in win though.
There is an I in win.
There's also a W in win.
Yeah. I wish I could have more W's. Jeez.
I just love rivalry games.
Oh my god.
We got Creek this week.
They don't even consider Creek a rivalry game anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Creek is a real good team. If you're in the Houston area, you probably know that Creek is a good team. They beat Dickinson last night, 31-27, I believe. I don't remember the exact score off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure that's right. Dickinson went way farther into the season than Creek did last year. But Creek has really stepped it up. They have a better quarterback this year. Their defense is so damn fast. Like, watching the film for their defense is freaking crazy.
It's not like they're big. The thing about Dickinson is that everybody puts them on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Because they almost went to state, and they have a really good coach. Like, but they're not big. They just come to play.
Well,
that's
they
the
play
only
with their
difference.
hearts because that's all they do over there in Dickinson is all about football. I mean, over here in Clear Lake, we have other things to worry about. We have all these other sports. Nobody really pays attention to football too much like they should be.
And because of the recent records, no one cares
records.
about football anymore.
But Dickinson's all about football.
Even Dickinson was a shitty school, like shitty football team, like 2 years ago.
They weren't even that good.
They were horrible. And just from like getting a new head coach, and then the mood just all changed.
Yeah, it's amazing how much one coach can have, or the impact that one coach can have on an entire team. And I feel like we don't have that here at Lake.
No.
No.
I mean, definitely, and other coaches,
you can definitely tell they have a drive.
like our defense coordinator.
Yeah.
Our offense coordinator.
Oh
my god.
Shirt meal money.
Yeah, no kidding.
I remember me and Butcher were joking about that the other day during practice. That like there's one coach who's like he's like head of some of like the finances and stuff, and we have to pay like this fee to pay for all the food they give us because every game day the coaches like they buy food for us to eat before the games to make sure we're well energized and crap. And there's one coach who's like all over it, like who's like, turn in your shirt and meal money, turn in your shirt and meal money. It's basically become a joke at this point.
Yeah.
And me and this one wide receiver kid, Butcher, real good kid, real smart dude. We were joking like, all the kids that don't turn in their shirt and meal money, they have to pay a fine of their own with their life, and that's how this coach extends his own life. By they strap him down to a table and rip out his heart and like takes a bite out of it. And it's like, that's my shirt and meal money.
Oh god. I remember at my last school, the initials were GW, right, for my last school, and our rivalry. It was a small town, right? So rivalry was a really, really big thing. Our rival team's initials was TR, and we played the football game and we killed them. It was like 30 to I think like 6. They barely. I mean, they scored once, but anyway, it was like a blowout. We won. We were all happy and stuff, and so we went home that weekend, and we were just like we're happy over the weekend, and we come back Monday, and our school is just trashed. Like our gym, they broke into our gym. And they had like foam stuff, and they sprayed all over the gym floor like "We Are TR."
Oh, like
all over it, just vandalized the crap
like
out of it.
that like what is that stuff? The stuff they use for like insulation, and like plugging up holes where rats burrow into.
Yeah, they just covered it, and they broke into our concession stand, just wrecked it, broke everything. They got a bunch of glass bottles and broke them across the football field.
Oh my god!
So there's just broken glass like scattered across the football field.
Terrible.
Dude,
They broke into our locker room, turned on like the showers, and kept them on all weekend, and threw all of our cleats in there. All of our cleats, all of our stuff. They like had like old food or something, and just smeared it all over the walls, all over like. The next 2 days of practice were spent bleaching everything we owned. It was that bad.
That's crazy.
It was gross.
Alright. Football is a crazy sport.
Sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship. I love football.
Everyone just gets too caught up in it, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean,
there's a reason why.
I can't buy it.
Football's awesome.